Hey!
Oh my God.
Well, I gotta remember how to do this again. Everyone, we're back. So this is from the stands. If you are, just a few housekeeping things, if you are here from Off the Post and you came along to follow us here, thanks so much. Also tell your friends. Tell your friends who you know may have followed us on Off the Post and tell them to come on over because we're just here to have fun. There's not really a format to this show. There kind of is. We have things we're going to talk about, but there's not really like a strict. We're just going to hang out, just a bunch of friends chatting about women's soccer. Give it a chance, even if it might not be for you. Give it a chance. We're fun people, I promise. Well, guys, you're not.
Karen and I are on like the same wavelength.
This isn't going well so far. Also, be patient, everyone. We're getting the kinks out. It's the first show. Sorry, we had some technical difficulties. It's the first time we've
Karen's already stripping.
It's the first time we've done this in a real long time. So bear with us. We're here. We're going to try to keep this about a half an hour, just real quick. We'll say, hey, what's up, Danielle? How's it going? What's been going on?
Not a lot. Just got back from my last road trip to Kansas City of the season. So excited already. Looking forward to next season. Watching FC Kansas City down in KC and getting ready to go to Orlando. I'm excited. Going to go to Universal Studios and not have too much fun.
Yeah, don't have too much fun.
Oh boy, I was gonna go to Karen, but now you've taken a drink, so. And we're back. Karen,
What up?
Nice to see you again. What's happening?
Oh, not much. I got fired yesterday, so I'm living life.
I'm not laughing that you got. I'm not laughing that you got.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but
It's fine. It's fun. And now I'm drinking a Corona Extra because I'm extra.
disclaimer: we are not being sponsored by Corona or any kind of specific alcohol or anything like that.
No.
But if you want to sponsor us,
Yeah, we're not making any money again.
Yeah, let's get this out of the way. We are still not making any money on this at all.
No.
I wish we were. We have a wedding to pay for, but no, we're not making money off of this. Also, just want to point out we're taking this from a total fan perspective. I know some of you, not to be like a pretentious jerk, but some of you may know that I am like media affiliated and stuff like that. I'm not coming at you anyway like that from the show. I'm coming at you from a total fan perspective. So we all are just, taking it from a fan perspective, seeing what's going on. Jen, what's going on with you? It's so weird that we're now, this is permanently box whatever now. This is a permanent box now. So
box 2? It's a new show.
This is it. So now you're stuck with both of us for the most part. But what's been on?
Shit.
What?
Well, this is going well.
Anyways, do you want to tell us about your hat?
So I'm wearing a little black
I can't hear Jen. You're very muffled. I feel like Courtney's not allowing you to talk.
There she is.
So I'm wearing a black kitty hat with little ears because it is my little black kitty's 2nd birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Her name is Kriegi.
we got to women's soccer or something related to women's soccer at some point, so we're here.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so right, we'll talk soccer before people. Again, if you're tuning in, thank you. This is what you get. Also, there should be a live chat. Talk to us. I'll watch the live chat. So if you have anything you want to talk about with us, let us know. And I'm checking the chat throughout. So
Should we introduce ourselves in case somebody's new?
Oh yeah. So sorry. I know I went to see how you guys were doing, but yeah. So obviously I kind of just went right to them. But Danielle, you want to start?
Yeah, so my name's Danielle. I am obviously a fan of FC Kansas City, as you see here. I'm a member of the Blue Crew. Social media, anywhere you can find me is like the 309. because that's a Johnny Cash song. Like long walks on the beach and no, hanging out with BB-8, my orange three-legged cat. People get all weird. They're like, three-legged cat. Yep.
That's awesome.
It's tight.
Karen?
Yeah, my name is Karen. I am a huge Seattle Reign fan. They're on this shirt right now that I'm wearing, but you can't see it. Whatever, Danielle. Want to find me on Twitter? It's Victoria Noir, VictoriaNoir89. There you
Sorry,
go.
you froze at a funny place. Yep.
I know. What can I do?
I'm Courtney. I don't actually remember what my Twitter handle is, which is sad, but find me. I'm following this account. It's 413. That's possible. Find me there. Living in upstate New York. I guess.
I can't hear Courtney. I don't know if that's a common problem or just me.
Oh
No.
no. Yes.
Oh, there she is. There she is.
Better? Okay. I was just saying, I'm also probably putting my hand where the microphone is on my laptop.
First episode problems.
Yep. So I was just saying that I was a Flash. I guess I'm Team Courage because I was Team Flash. And then if I have to pick a team, I would probably, if I could, yeah, I know I said it wasn't, if I could support a team, I guess, would be the Courage because, again, when I was doing more media stuff, I covered the Flash and really enjoyed getting to do so and spend time talking to people on the team and getting to watch them every week. So I guess if I had to pick a team that I would be supporting, it would be the Courage. Again, I'm not necessarily really supporting a team at the moment, but if it was, that'd be it. I pretty much enjoy watching every game, but if I have to pick, I would pick the Courage.
I'm Jen. I am one of the 6 Spirit fans still left on the planet. I don't have a snazzy shirt. I'm wearing a Darth Vader onesie, so I don't have my Spirit shirt on at the moment, unlike our other 2 box friends. Yeah, my life isn't really that interesting, so that's basically it.
All right, I want to give a quick shout out to Starkiller. Says, hi, fellow soccer fans. Found you guys through a follow suggestion on Twitter. Decided to check it out. Starkiller, thanks. Again, bear with us. First show. Hope that you enjoy. What you see is what you get. Hope you enjoy the show. If you subscribe, tell your friends. None of you are Breaker fans. Sorry, we know a lot of Breaker fans, though.
I'm good friends with some Breaker fans.
Yeah, there are some really good Breaker fans out there.
And if Starkiller is a reference to Star Wars, that automatically makes you awesome in my book, so you're fine.
Thanks for checking us out, Starkiller. Stay tuned, tell your friends, all that jazz. Anyways, let's talk some soccer. That's what we're here for. So let's just we just want to talk a couple it's the end of the season. We figured we'd launch just in time for playoffs. Why not? A little late to the party, but that's all right. What are some thoughts on the end of the season? Danielle, we'll start with you.
Well, the end of the season, I've actually really enjoyed, mostly because my team gave it one final push, which they always do. They love that late season push. But yeah, and then even after we were crossed out, after we were eliminated, had a lot of fun. It's been an interesting season. Even if you're not a fan of any of the 4 playoff teams, it's very intriguing how everything went down, what teams are where. So, like I said, have fun. I've already joined a bandwagon for the playoffs. Shout out to my friends in Chicago local. Almost drank a Chicago cider, but went with Modelo today in support of them. So getting ready for Team Blue Squadron 134 down in Orlando. Got some Blue Crew, got some Chicago local, and some 2 of the remaining 6 Spirit fans left. So yeah.
That's probably a good time to say if you're going to the final, look for these fine folk. I'll look for Danielle and the rest of the supporter group that are going to be down there. Check them out. Find them.
Friday Harry Potter. Do it.
Butterbeer. There we go. Aaron, thoughts? Just some thoughts on the season as a whole.
Yeah, my team had a really great last 15 minutes of the season. And then the rest of the season was like a horrific, like, roller coaster, which is what they do. That's why I'm their fan. Not really. No, it sucks. But it was a really good season, I think, for all of the teams. It was a lot of fun to watch. Especially the last couple of weeks, because there were 3 teams that were vying for that last spot, and it was really exciting. Obviously, towards the end, it kind of got a little bit obvious which teams were going to get in there, but I thought it was cool that like the point totals were like neck and neck for such a long time. It wasn't like, oh, okay, well, these 4 teams are going to win for like the last 7 weeks of the season. So that's exciting, and I like the prospect of the 4 teams that are left. I think that they're going to put on some really good games, really interesting games, especially considering Courage and Chicago have that weird thing that they have going on where Chicago's the only team that is like consistently beating them, which is weird and awesome at the same time. So that'll be interesting to watch. And then just seeing how Orlando does as a team that kind of came in out of nowhere when Marta and Alex Morgan decided to all of a sudden like turn on the Jets. So it's gonna be interesting.
Right on. I'm gonna keep interjecting with just like shout outs from some people. I'm really pumped. Frogger Chica, Alyssa, thank you guys for checking in. We're glad that you came over and are following along with us.
I'm so sorry.
We're so glad that you guys are here. Again, tell your friends, pass the word along, but we're glad that you have come to check us out. We're happy to be back also, so this is a lot of fun for us. Mm-hmm. So we hope you guys enjoy as well.
I've missed it.
I'm going to kind of just echo what other people said. I think that the season was I'm glad we got to this season. We're continuing forward. League's continuing forward progress. Obviously some things to work on still. I mean, getting at least, even though.
Mike.
I'm appreciative.
There we go. We're good.
But so it's on TV, I guess, at least a game of the week. That's some progress. So that was kind of fun to be able to see. I won't touch a lot of the kind of marketing issues that I think I have, but that was kind of cool to see again. It was good to kind of just see the competitiveness of the league, and even some teams who may have ended up towards the bottom of the table, I think initially may have started out really well, and then vice versa. Maybe some teams who didn't start off really well ended up finishing really well. So I think it was a lot of fun to watch. I think Jen's cowering. It's okay. It's the Andy Sullivan lottery. Right?
Yeah, good for you guys.
Yeah.
So I just think it was a lot of fun to watch. I think the playoffs, we're going to look ahead real quick to the playoff matches. I think the players are going to be a lot of fun. Like Karen mentioned, there is that whole Chicago, when they were the Flash, even Chicago Flash kind of thing going on there. Also, it's not teams who win the Shield generally don't end up winning the championship for the most part. So that's
don't tell that to Karen. Don't remind Karen.
Sorry. So that's also going to be interesting to see if the Courage can kind of like break that. But overall, I thought it was a really fun season. I'm looking forward to the playoffs. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'll just be happy when I look at the injured list for the week and my entire but other than that, yeah, everybody's pretty much said everything already at this point. Sorry, Spirit fans, but you all saw this coming. The other 5 of you. My eggs are in Portland's basket. So,
Tobin.
Things will be interesting in this house if there's a Courage Portland final, but that's okay.
Oh God, I don't even know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting.
I'm being selfish trying to think of Orlando, what I'll do for that, because I'm in the supporter section and we can move for one team. So I have to choose who I stand with.
Yeah, I'm going to be fine no matter what because I'm in Southern California watching on my TV. I'm just going to be like,
okay, yay.
woo! Good game, guys.
Yay.
Good game. Like that.
Right on. Let's look ahead to some of this weekend's matches. We don't need to separate them out. Just, talk to us a little bit about how you're feeling about the game. Again, we're kind of winging it. Whatever you want to mention. I'm looking forward to the semifinals this weekend. We'll start with Karen this time.
Cool. I'm so sorry that I'm so loud. That's why I don't do this.
No. Great.
Cool. So what is it? Is it it's Portland and
Orlando.
Thank
Orlando.
you.
I got you guys. Don't worry.
Thanks. It's gonna be a really interesting game, that's for sure. Because you have the whole Alex Morgan against Portland and Tobin thing going on, and Ali Long. With Portland's record that they've had coming into this game, it's going to be pretty hard to beat that team. And with Orlando losing Camilla due to knee injuries, plural, which sucks.
Those darn 3 letters all the way around.
Yep. That's going to be rough because she has been huge for that team. Every single game she's been getting better, so it really sucks to hear that's what happened. So hopefully they find a person to replace her in there who's just as good, because they need somebody to counteract the midfield that Portland has. And again, their defense is not easy to get past at all. So good luck, Orlando. Honestly, I think unless Marta does her miracle Marta kind of stuff that she does sometimes, I think Portland's probably going to come away with a win on that one. And I'll leave the other game for other people to talk about.
Well, I'll jump right in.
All right, yeah, go right ahead. Head on in.
I gotta agree. If I was rooting for one, I'd be going for Orlando, but I just don't see going into Portland. And if I have to make a choice, Blue Crew has a chant about only 1 2-star team in the league, so I have to be a little selfish with my selections because I don't want to retire a chant. Okay, but let me. Topic. You got me all messed up, but no.
That's fine.
I know the Portland fans. It's very personal when it comes to certain members of the Pride. Very personal for some of them. So I just see the fans being extra rowdy. I just see the atmosphere being a Portland atmosphere. With the other game, it should be a good one. I'm going for Chicago. Mainly because I'm friends with a lot of Chicago locals.
Totally fair.
And I'm staying with them in Orlando, so if I didn't, I think that would be a real issue. But now they're
a lot of drunk people.
Yeah, so Chicago's had their number all season, which I think will make for a very intriguing game, considering how storybook is that, this is the team we could win against, and then we won when it matters, so it should be a good storyline. It's in North Carolina, of course, but got to go for Chicago, and hopefully they pull it off. And I have to say, I'm friends with some people with the courage. Don't get me wrong, don't yell at me if you are watching. Have fun this weekend, Ebony. You'll be great.
There you go.
Diplomatic. Ever the diplomat.
I just want to start off by saying, shout out, and I'll say to everyone, all in general, but especially these, shout out to all the supporter groups this year. I've seen a lot of, and again, I'm not coming at it from a media perspective, but because I do that kind of thing, I've been able to get to know a lot about the supporter groups this year. just from interacting with them and talking to a lot of the members. And I just think they've done an outstanding job this year, all the way around.
Yep.
And obviously, we'll get to see the ones that are in the semifinals, at least one more time. And I think those are all great supporter groups as well. So just kind of taking a pause to while I was thinking about it to shout out to the supporter groups because you all have been really awesome this year.
Can I clap? I don't know. Is that weird if
Yes,
I clap?
go for it. You can clap for yourself.
Yeah. Wait.
So thank you, supporter groups. The atmosphere at a lot of the games, you can even notice on the Go 90 or even the TV games, you can really tell the atmosphere has been really good this year. And you guys have a lot to do with that. So shout out. As far as the semifinals, I think these are going to be great. Both of these are going to be great games.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Orlando and Portland is going to be interesting for me, I think, because I do think Portland has an edge. I know I'm in a lot of trouble. Let me finish. I think Portland has an edge, although I do think that getting the Orlando beat the Courage, I think, over the weekend. So kind of the last game of the season, getting a win over the Shield winners, maybe a little boost of confidence. Just finding out about Camilla and her ACL, MCL is also not. It kind of could go both ways. Like that could be kind of a morale booster. Getting that win, but then obviously getting some tough news after that. It'll be interesting to see kind of how all those things affect them. I think it's going to be good. I think Orlando's been really interesting to watch, especially with Morgan and Marta both kind of just tearing it up. I think it's going to be good. I do think Portland still has the edge there. But I think it's going to be a really good match. And subsequently also Chicago and Carolina too. Again, even when they were the Flash, Chicago and the Flash/Courage have always had a history of kind of having some really interesting, unexpected matches, I guess. So there were times when the Flash were not good, but they managed to beat Chicago. And then there's been times since then where the Courage have been like unstoppable, but can't beat Chicago. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with that. And I'm just looking forward to another weekend of really great matches. And I think they're both going to be excellent. And I'm just looking forward to seeing some really good soccer. And I hope that everyone is entertained and may the best teams win, I guess.
Yeah.
Portland has actually been super interesting for me this season, mostly because Haley Rosso had a ridiculous season. So huge shout out to her and props for, rocking the bow. But regardless of that little Twitter incident, we all know my feelings on Portland and Orlando. I have not been quiet about that, even from the off the post days. So I'm going with Portland there. But I think the Courage and Chicago game, like we've traveled to a lot of different games, a lot of different games. And one of my favorite supporters groups to hang out with is actually Chicago. They're just amazing. They're so hospitable. They're awesome. And they show up for their players when they need them. So that being said, I think it's going to be a tough game. But I think even in North Carolina, the Chicago supporters will make their presence known. And I think Chicago is probably going to come through with the win on that one. And we're going to be looking at a Portland-Chicago final.
So I was about to call you rude for saying that Chicago is the best supporter group when I know for a fact that you've come to visit us. But then I agree because I Chicago's too good. I mean, I stay with them when I go. What other supporter group would be like, sleep in my living room and then we'll play each other later, but you can sleep in my living room.
I would say they were the best. They're one of my favorites. I'm very strongly biased toward the Spirit Squadron. And folks, if you're watching, but also you guys at the Blue Crew were fantastic. Nobody shot us when we were there. So,
sorry, BB-8 was wanted to know what was up.
Oh, hi, BB-8.
hello.
Say hello to everyone, BB-8. Oh
God, she's got me. She's got me. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go away.
You know I don't like the camera.
But yeah, so that's again, that's we got a lot. I forgot where we were going. We got a little sidetracked. Just in closing,
I don't apologize.
You don't have to. That's fine. Anything else anyone wants to say about either any like women's soccer news that's come out recently, or just anything that maybe you guys didn't get a chance to say that you want to kind of wrap up with? We'll hopefully come back and do this before the final. We'll hopefully be able to do that. So you'll see us again soon. But just, I guess, between now and then, anything, if you did talk about anything about the season you want to talk about, or just anything you want to throw out there while we wrap this show up, because I said I'd keep it around a half an hour. So we got a couple more minutes, and any final thoughts? Danielle?
I guess my big thing is I feel like this season, I know people have had complaints. I know that people, whether you love or hate certain decisions the league made, I think that this season has been a great step forward for the league. Definitely things could be done different, and we all have our personal gripes, but it's really made me excited about the NWSL, about the future. No one knows what next season's going to hold, team-wise, expansion, whatever. But I feel like it definitely showed its growth. So I'm excited. And two, just kind of from a show perspective, obviously this was the first episode. Feel free to send, your questions, comments, or anything else, suggestions, so we can keep getting better. So yeah, just send it to any of us, to our show thing. We're having fun, and we want to make sure this is fun, and we want to make sure it's a great addition to the women's soccer online community and family. So feel free to send it to any of us. Like I said, like the 309, if you want to send it my way.
Heck yeah.
I'm a hustler. I'm hustling for those comments and views. What can I say?
Karen?
Yeah, I second exactly what Danielle said. I think that this league has grown and taken huge steps forward with each year, which is what I was hoping would happen when it started. And they've done exactly that. And yeah, I definitely have my own personal problems with some of like the marketing and things like that. But for the most part, the fact that they are trying to make changes and grow is really positive. They might not be making the best decisions sometimes when they make those changes, but the fact that they're trying and they're not just doing the same thing over and over is a really, really good thing to see from the league. And I think that the teams individually are doing a really good job of that as well. And I think a lot of that probably has to do with supporters groups being really good at what they do. But I think also the team's management and owners are doing a pretty good job, and the coaches as well. So, I mean, at the very least, they've made this a really interesting season on and off the field. And that's always good, even if it's like bad drama or something like that. Like, man, that pulls people in. So, I mean, do it, right? Like, get us in the papers, get us in the papes, and get some people up in here. Right?
Well, thank you.
So yeah, I think all drama is good drama because people come to watch the game. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. That's not true. Not. I'm gonna drink this again.
Alrighty. Jen, thoughts?
Yeah, I have two things. Danielle just reminded me I didn't say this at the beginning of the show. I'm a Twitter granny and don't have Twitter, so if anybody wants to find me, like, come find me on Facebook or something, because I'm old and don't have a Twitter.
I'm older than you.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm 26 going on 80, so it's
This
okay.
is true.
The other thing was I just saw a message from Starkiller over there in the live chat. I will hand it to the Armada as well, because I went to Boston 2 seasons ago wearing a Joe Lohman jersey, and as everybody knows, Joe Lohman used to play for Boston. And, like, I was absolutely welcomed with open arms there. There were people that were like, woo, go Joe Lohman, even though she's not on our team anymore. So, like, it was a really great atmosphere. So, yes, also shout out to the Armada, because you guys are great, too.
And I'll put that in the kind of the section of some of the teams, who maybe aren't having the best season those supporter groups, the Armada included, have constantly had people out doing things for the team to show that they support them, which sometimes, and again, all supporter groups are, I'm sure, appreciated, but especially when maybe, you know, things aren't really going the best way, to have that kind of support super important. So rock on, everyone, and thanks again. Everyone kind of said what I was gonna say. I will, like I said, bear with us. We did have some technical difficulties. It's our first show, but yeah, let us know. I think I will have social media links in the video description when it plays back on YouTube. I will have those there, so and you'll be able to find us. I have our email on our Twitter, so send us an email. Let us know what you guys think. Tweet at us. You know, let us know if you have any suggestions. We're kind of hoping that the format of the show kind of stays sort of formatless. Like, we'll have a list of stuff we want to talk about, but we're not going to be super formatted or super, maybe we'll be organized, but we won't be super formatted. It's going to be kind
Organized
of
chaos.
Yeah.
organized chaos is a good way to describe that, but we definitely will take suggestions, and, you know, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns. And on that note, thank you guys for checking us out. Again, for those of you who are maybe familiar with us from Off Post or our other shows or other work, thank you for following us over here. Hope you enjoyed. Again, tell your friends. For those of you who may be new and seeing us for the first time, we're super glad you found us. That was a thumbs up. It's not on the camera, but we're super glad you found us. We hope that you'll come back. We hope we didn't scare you away. And just, you know, we don't really have a regular schedule for this, but we'll hopefully get something together before the finals. So keep an eye out on our social media. And other than that, we're going to wrap it up, and we'll see you next time. We'll do the waving still. See you next time.
Oh.
We're co-oping.
Thanks for tuning in.